Now, here we are, it's a snowy day, walking in Bucharest. I got the nice, cool, I don't know, camera settings on. And I'm wondering why no one talks about, Coaster Coffee, another female cartel owned business, and Fashion TV, door to door, right next to each other, the big F. No reporter will dare talk about Fashion TV and Nika Geru, because all the Romanian reporters know what they do, know what he does, know what Fashion TV really is. The police commission that stands right across the street, even they're afraid of him. Now, I've had a week off the streets, about 4 or 5 days, had some time to think about Niku and the police commission and his front man, Levi Moranu, who I used to sit with due to my ex-boss. I mean, he even closed down his whole restaurant on Thanksgiving because he grew up in America, and he still celebrates that. And we had Thanksgiving at his restaurant. So if you think I'm full of shit about knowing Levi Moranu and Niku and all those people, well, I met Niku at the Radisson. And here's the police commission. Now, I wanted to touch base on the Freemason conspiracy of the RFID chip, which, for some strange reason, was in the Romanian newspaper also yesterday. Now, the RFID chip, they want to put it in every Romanian's ID. And for most of the Romanians, some of them have it in their ID, so they can be tracked wherever they go. Now, I can understand this precaution and how the police would say it'd be good because of people like Nika Geru, and if you're a woman, he smuggles women in the female cartel and they can keep track of the women. But for most of you that don't know, the Freemason IBM Raytheon made chip, the RFID chip, and Raytheon is the biggest government contractor for America. I mean, they make all the bombs, they make all the missiles, they make all the bullets, they make everything. Another Freemason company. So the RFID chip would come in good against things like the female cartel and kidnapping. But, I mean, let me let you know, I'm sure Nika Geru and Levi Moranu and his people know that if you just put it in a microwave, the chip is, boom, it's non-existent. So, the scary thing about the RFID chip is that they want to put it in all our products, and it causes tumors in rats. And they say, what's a rat compared to a human? Well, I say a tumor is a tumor. And they really don't give a shit. I'm wondering if the police know about Nika Geru. Well, often when his boys get busted for drugs or, women or prostitution, all they gotta do from their homes, which they live above, Fashion TV, all they have to do is walk across the street and pay the police commission, and that problem just simply goes away. This is how things go in Romania. This is how no reporter will say these things, because they're afraid for their family and friends from the female cartel. So again, back to the RFID chip. The Romanians, they don't even know, most of them don't know their new IDs have RFID chips. Most of the Americans don't know that their passports have RFID chips. Now, it stands for Radio Frequency Identifier. where they can track you whether the chip's on or not. And again, this is another Illuminati, Freemason plan to enslave all of us. Now, the reason why I'm focused on fashion TV, because these are our modern day slave masters. They call them gangsters. I call them pimps, you know, because they smuggle and trade the most women and children. And the police station sits right across the street. And it's really convenient for them, because in Romania, anything, if you ever have a problem, you just pay for it and make it go away. And this is this country. I mean, it really has no law. It has no justice. So it's a scary thing to think what they will do to these people with the RFID chip that has already started in their own IDs. Again, let me remind you, this is another Freemason, Illuminati, European plot to keep their slaves in line and to track them. Now, if you have a Romanian ID, a new one, or if you have an American passport, and you don't want them to track you with the RFID chip, you know, the Freemasons, just stick it in your microwave for about 40 seconds and pop, there goes the RFID chip. It doesn't work anymore. So, this is Black Man, aka Zacchaeus, reporting to you on a snowy, cold day in Bucharest about the Illuminati, about the corruption of the police, and about the Freemasons that are all in bed with Nica Geru and Liviu Moranu. And even as I say it, the police officer walks by, and I know he's thinking, I can't believe he said those names because they are notorious. And even all the cops know, don't mess with them, because they'll fucking take your family, your sister, your grandmother, and you'll never see them again. So this is Zacchaeus, Black Man, reporting on the RFID chip and explaining how fashion TV, the female cartel, the Illuminati, the Claw, Nica Geru, fashion TV, and Liviu Moranu are all in the same bed. Because, truthfully, these are where our slave masters sleep. And this is where they pay them. To not do nothing. To just take it, shut up, and we won't do anything to your families. Thus, they have an obelisk shoved through the pineal gland. And if that were to really happen, your third eye would be dead. So again, back to the RFID chips. What do they really do to the body? What do they really do to the mind? They have ran experiments where they connect the RFID chip to your brain, to where they can make you feel good, make you feel happy, make you feel bad, make you feel sad. And again, I bring the attention to the ovulus shoved into the pineal gland. And the Romanians wonder why they always feel so bad, why things are all so fucked up here, why the people feel like shit, that they'll never get anywhere. Well, it could be because of the antenna that's erected on the top of this ovulus shoved through the pyramid. I wouldn't doubt if it's omitting radio frequency waves, low frequency radio waves, around to the people. Now again, another subject that I would like to touch on in Romania is where the Freemasons have done. Systematically, they have killed all the Romanian bees. Yes, the bees. Romania used to be notorious and known for their honey. Now, because of Vodafone and all the cell phone towers, the bees have just about disappeared because they all use low frequency waves. Again, the RDF waves. Now, if we kill the bees, within 5 years, we will all be dead. Again, I bring your attention to the Freemason obelisk shoved through the pineal gland. Now, this is not something of life. This is not something that says, yes, Romanian people, we care about your mind, we care about you. This is something erected by the slave masters, the female cartel, and the claw, the Japanese mafia. And if you know anything about the mafia and the claw, well, the word mafia actually comes from the Chinese. And they call Nikageru the claw because he is in bed with the Chinese. So, I mean, if you know anything about the Chinese mafia, they are notorious for the human slave trade, bondage, prostitution, etc. So it's a cold day in Bucharest, and the snow's falling, and this is Black Man reporting on the state of the situation and saying the things that no Romanian reporter will dare say, that the police don't want to hear, because I hate to say it, even they're afraid of the Nikageru, Levi Moranu, the claw. Well, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about them. What they did to my ex-girlfriend, they can fucking burn in hell. So, this is how I give myself some fucking justice. Report about it, talk about it for all the women and children that got cut up, got slit up, got taken up, and just taken away by these motherfuckers. And so silently and so quietly, and all covered up by the beast, the Illuminati, the Freemasons. And here they sit, because here they erected their pyramid right in front of the police commission to let them know who is in control. This is Black Man reporting, saying the things and doing the things that no one will dare, because I don't give a fuck about these fucking pimps. They fucking make me sick. And they erect their bullshit, and everybody... Nice, cool, I don't know, camera settings on. And I'm wondering why no one talks about, you know, Coaster Coffee, another female cartel owned business, and Fashion TV, door to door, right next to each other, the big F. No reporter will dare talk about Fashion TV and Nikageru, because all the Romanian reporters know what they do, know what he does, know what Fashion TV really is. The police commission that stands right across the street, even they're afraid of him. Now, I've had a week off the streets, about 4 or 5 days, had some time to think about Niku and the police commission and his front man, Levi Moranu, who I used to sit with due to my ex-boss. I mean, he even closed down his whole restaurant on Thanksgiving because he grew up in America, and he still celebrates that. And we had Thanksgiving at his restaurant. Now, here we are, it's a snowy day, walking in Bucharest. I got the, so, if you think I'm full of shit about knowing Levi Moranu and Niku and all those people, well, I met Niku at the Radisson. And here's the police commission. Now, I wanted to touch base on the Freemason conspiracy of the RFID chip, which, for some strange